What's up guys, and welcome back to another video here on B-Mills Wrestling. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my full Backlash review. Before we get into the video, if you guys are not already, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any new uploads. And don't forget to leave a like down below. Alright guys, let's get right into this review. To kick off Backlash, we had the men's Fatal 4-Way match for the United States Championship between the champion Jacob Fatu, LA Knight, Damian Priest, and Drew McIntyre. And I stated this before the PLE even happened. I said that that match was going to steal the show. It was probably going to be the best match of the night, and I don't think I was wrong. I think many of you guys will agree with me that that match absolutely banged. So many incredible spots in this match between all four of them. And then obviously you have Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest fighting away from the ring, and Damian Priest putting McIntyre through a table with the South of Heaven, taking them both out of the equation. And then you have LA Knight and Jacob Fatu. It's looking like one of them is going to be the United States Championship after this match. And then you get the debut of Jeff Cobb. I honestly didn't see this coming. I know that it's been rumored that he was going to debut, but like it was not really in my mind during this match that it was going to happen right then and there. When Solo came out, I did figure some shenanigans were going to happen. I thought maybe he was going to inadvertently cost Jacob, but then I was like, no way, they're going to give the title back to LA Knight. That doesn't really make sense. So I was kind of curious to see what was going to happen. And then we had the debut of Jeff Cobb, which was just unbelievable. Strong presentation, I think, out of like all the Bloodline members, aside from Jacob Fatu, because his debut was the best by far. Like, his presentation was awesome. He looked really strong. Just really looked great out there. And obviously costed LA Knight this match, and Jacob Fatu did retain. But the interesting thing was that Jacob Fatu looked like he was not in on this play that they were running, that Solo Sikoa was running for the Bloodline. It looked like he had no idea what was happening, and he just had that confused look on his face, looking like, he didn't want help. Because Jacob Fatu is a dominant force. He doesn't need help to win matches. And I think that he was a little hurt, a little offended that Solo, one, didn't tell him that, Jeff Cobb was debuting and was going to help him in this match. And also because, Solo thinks Jacob needs help to defend his U.S. title. So I thought that was really interesting. This is obviously going to continue to lead to whenever we get Solo versus Jacob Fatu for that U.S. title, probably SummerSlam. But we're definitely heading towards that direction. I didn't really think Jeff Cobb was going to debut for the Bloodline. I didn't know if he was going to be involved in that storyline. There's so many damn Samoans in WWE right now. Obviously, Tama Tonga is injured. Tanga Loa is injured. Bronson Reed is injured. So I guess that it does make sense. But, like, what happens when they all come back from injury? You're just going to have a billion Bloodline members. I don't know. I'm interested to see where this storyline goes. I'm pretty excited. But as expected, Jacob Fatu does defend and retain his United States Championship in this match. The next match we had was for the Women's Intercontinental Championship between the champion Lyra Valkyria and the man Becky Lynch. I really liked this match. I was hyped for this because we finally had a good feud and rivalry for this title, which it hasn't had since it's been introduced into the WWE. So I've been pumped for this match. I really wanted to see it. Obviously, both are incredible wrestlers, so I thought the in-ring work was going to be great. The chemistry was definitely there. They've had, obviously, a match in the past in NXT when Lyra won, and I thought this match was really good. A lot of good spots. Obviously, Becky playing dirty in this match, removing the turnbuckles, getting steel chairs, distracting the ref, stuff like that. So obviously, she's playing into that new heel character. Lyra Valkyria looked really strong in this match, and may I say, the crowd was really on Lyra's side. I think this feud is exactly what Lyra needed because she's going to start getting reactions. Like, the crowd is going to start falling in love with her because obviously she has it in the ring. She just needs to connect with the crowd a little bit more, and I think that Becky Lynch absolutely is helping her do that. The crowd was really behind Lyra. Lyra kicked out of a lot of manhandle slams in this match. She was put in the disarmer. Like, she looked really strong. As she should, because she is the champion. So I really loved that. And I didn't think she was actually going to retain. I was fully sold on the fact that Becky Lynch was going to be the new Intercontinental Champion after this match. And like I said, she hit a ton of finishers. I thought that out of every one of them, after every one of them, she was going to win, get the 1, 2, 3, and win the title. But no, that did not happen. The ending was interesting. Like, it was just by like a reverse roll-up. Like, Becky rolled up Lyra, didn't get the full 3. Then Lyra rolled her up, got the full 3. So I thought the ending could have been a little better. It looked like it was a little sloppy, but I'm not completely mad at it. And then obviously after the match, You had Becky attack Lyra, take her out again because she's frustrated. So what that tells me is this storyline probably isn't done. This feud's probably going to keep going. Maybe Saturday night's main event, maybe Money in the Bank. But I do fully expect them to at least have one more match together, and maybe Becky does win the title. We also have to get Bayley to return to WWE. I don't know when they're planning on doing that, but when she comes back, she's probably going to come after Becky Lynch and set up a big match for SummerSlam, whether that's for the title or not. I'm fully expecting them to do that. But yeah, great match overall, and super surprised that Laura Valkyria did retain the title. The next match we had was for the Men's Intercontinental Championship, which was between the champion Dominic Mysterio and Penta. Another really solid match. I think Dom and Penta have good chemistry with each other. I think this will probably be the last time that we see Penta take on Dom for this title, because as I'll get into, I think Penta will be moving into a different storyline. But overall, solid match. Obviously, you had the Judgment Day get involved as expected. All four of those guys were out there, or three. Finn, JD, Carlito. Penta, poor Penta just has nobody on his side. Obviously, Finn was the main reason for a lot of this. He grabbed the chair, and obviously the ref saw him with the chair, so that kind of felt like he was doing that on purpose to get at Dom, because initially he was just supposed to take out Penta without the chair, when the ref was not looking and Carlito was distracting her. But then he was like, oh no, let me go get this chair. By the time he comes back with it, the ref sees him. So it felt like he was kind of trying to make Dom lose in a way. And then obviously they all get kicked out. And then what do we see? El Grande Americano take out Penta from the top rope with that steel plate in his mask. So obviously that is where we're going with Penta now, away from the title scene. He is going to jump into this feud with El Grande Americano. Super excited because obviously El Grande, aka Chad, Chad and Penta had an unbelievable match on the first Raw of Netflix. So I think a lot of fans, including myself, have been waiting for this rematch. Whether it is El Grande or Chad, doesn't matter. It's going to be great. Obviously, El Grande has been going after all the luchadors, Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee. He defeated Rey Fenix at WrestleMania, and now he's coming back for Penta. So it all makes sense. Super interested for this storyline and this feud, and I really am just wondering, like, when they're going to stop, like, this trend of El Grande, like, this gimmick. Like, I wonder when that's going to die off. Like, I'm not mad at it. They can keep doing it all they want. I find it very entertaining, but I am just curious to how far it goes and, like, who is the one to unmask El Grande or whatever it is. But either way, Dom retains the championship in this match, and no idea what's next for him, but super excited for his title run. I'm assuming that, obviously, that match with Finn Balor will be at SummerSlam, so I do think that he'll get a couple more feuds, or at least one more feud, before we finally get into that. Next match that we had on the card was Pat McAfee taking on Gunther. Oh my, this was a fun match. Like, I was fully expecting Gunther to just squash Pat McAfee in this match. That's what I wanted to happen. But after seeing how they did this match and the way they did, I'm super okay with it. Like, they made Pat look tough. Like, he was throwing chops at Gunther. He was slapping him in the face. Like, they made him look tough. Like, he wasn't, like, a scare, right? But they also didn't make Gunther look weak. Because, obviously, you cannot make Gunther look weak to a commentator, right? Especially after he tapped the Jey Uso in 5 seconds. Can't, like, kill him like that. Kill his stock or whatever. Like, I think Pat got one cover on Gunther, and Gunther kicked out immediately at one, and then he just, like, stood up. So they made, obviously, Gunther stay looking strong. Michael Cole gets involved in this match as well, which I thought was really interesting. His bias commentating, like he said he was going to do. He was rooting for Pat McAfee. So that was really interesting. I thought when he was holding down Gunther's legs, when Pat was covering him, I thought that was actually it. I was going to be super mad if they let Pat win this match because, like I said, you're just killing Gunther. But I, like, literally, they made me believe that, like, that was the end. Like, that Gunther was going to lose to Pat McAfee. But that was not the case. Gunther did end up making Pat McAfee pass out in the sleeper. Hey, Pat didn't tap out, though. Gunther did. That's all I'm going to say. But as expected, Gunther wins. I am still curious, like, if we're leaning towards Gunther versus Goldberg. Everybody is making that statement saying that that's the SummerSlam match. That's Goldberg's retirement match. It obviously didn't come out in this match. So I wonder, like, what's going to happen next because Gunther showed Pat, like, a sign of respect after the match. So I wonder if he's just done terrorizing them or if, like, on Monday he's just going to, like, put Cole in the sleeper. I don't know what's going to happen. But I am interested to see if Goldberg does return down the line for a possible retirement match with Gunther. And that finally brings us to the main event of Backlash, which was John Cena defending his undisputed WWE Championship against the Viper Randy Orton. I really liked this match. I thought the storytelling in the match was really good. Obviously, at this point of their careers, John and Randy aren't going to have some technical wrestling match. So I really thought the storytelling, what was important here. You had callbacks as well. The AA into the RKO, that was awesome. Seeing that just gave me so many flashbacks, so many good memories of seeing these two fight in the past. You had Randy AA John into the announce table. The announce table didn't break initially either. So then Randy pulls out a table. He puts John through the table. The ref was obviously taken out in this match as well. Chad Patton. Yeah, obviously saw some shenanigans. Cena tried to hit him with the title. He ends up hitting Eddie Orango, the substitute ref in this match. So we get more shenanigans. Randy hit John Cena with about 10 RKOs, I think. He was trying to punt him as well. But overall, the refs getting taken out really screwed Randy Orton in this match. So you knew Randy wasn't going to win, obviously. John's title run just started. You know he's at least taking that title to SummerSlam. But this was an awesome match, like I said. And then we obviously got into R-Truth stopping Randy Orton from punting John Cena. I think a lot of people were saying, R-Truth might come out, he might cost him. But, did we actually think, it was going to happen? I don't know. It was kind of crazy to see R-Truth be involved in, the main event between, two it was awesome to see that. But he stops Randy from doing the punt. And then, obviously, Randy hits him with an RKO. Randy hit, a bunch of, security guards with RKOs. He hit Nick Aldis with an RKO. He was RKOing everybody. I want to know the over-under line of, Randy Orton RKOs. Because I think he hit about 20 in this match between all of these people that I named. But overall, that led to John Cena grabbing his WWE Championship and hitting Randy Orton. He also hit him with a low blow, I should mention before that. And then, obviously, magically, Chad Patton is just all of a sudden back in the ring to count the 1, 2, 3. Who knows? Maybe Cena's paying off these damn refs. Because Chad Patton was out for 20 minutes because he got bumped. But no, he magically gets into the ring when Cena makes the cover, but not when Randy was. That's just classic WWE for you. But Cena does pick up the win in this match. He retains the WWE Championship successfully for the first time in his 17th reign. Cut that little promo after saying he needs competition. And then we get into the press conference, which I didn't think we were going to see Cena. It was actually Triple H's press conference. He was getting asked questions. Then John Cena comes out of nowhere. He whispers something to Triple H's ear, he wants to talk to everybody. He wants to answer questions. He sits down. So I'm actually thinking, they're actually going to do a little interview with John Cena. They're going to ask him questions. That is not at all what happened. R-Truth would end up coming out. R-Truth would say, hey, congrats, John. Congrats on retaining the title. I'm your biggest fan. I don't care what people say, even if they say you can't wrestle or something else as well. And then John Cena gets pissed off. He gets furious at R-Truth, and he told him next time you do something like that, there's going to be consequences. And then John Cena puts R-Truth through the table. Oh, my God. I did not see that coming at all. So now going to the rumors of people saying John Cena versus R-Truth was the match at Saturday night's main event that was going to happen. Yeah, I think that's obviously going to happen now. I didn't really think there was a chance for that. But with Cena AAing R-Truth into the table, yeah, they're definitely doing that at Saturday night's main event. It's pretty interesting. Is it going to be a squash match? Because, R-Truth going against Cena, come on. I don't know. I really did not expect this to be one of Cena's title defenses. I'm not mad at it because I love R-Truth. I think that they could do some funny things in this match. But overall, solid PLE at Backlash. I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. I thought the crowd was really good as well. So overall, like I said, very good PLE. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. If you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like down below. Don't forget to check out my TikTok as well. I'm going to link that in the description. And yeah, guys, that's going to do it for the video. See you in the next one.